Now, this is a classic rolling snare. This is an unbaited snare, so we use it along an animal trail, especially a choke point, a narrowing place in the trail where it narrows. You see, this trail is very wide right here, not so good a spot. But again, we have the fence idea. You can funnel critters in. Okay.
What is this called again?
A rolling snare. It's basically the trap trigger. It's two parts. We have a forked stick and we have a second forked stick. And what's hard to see in this is there's a piece of wire forming a snare loop.
What I was looking for.
The danger zone for these types of traps, when they trip, this typically goes flinging out here. So when you set your traps, be to the side. Don't be in the danger zone. Okay. Very, very, very simple trigger.
Fishing line for the snare?
Wire.
Wire.
Yeah. If you're going to snare, wire is where it's at. This
Is that fishing line or?
No, this is steel wire from the hardware store. Snares made out of natural cordage is sinew, which is a long-term skill. So, like making a snare out of a piece of milkweed or dog bane, theoretically, I'd rather have a deadfall. Maybe some other people's experience has been different, but it's very, very easy to have some wires in your survival kit.
What gauge is that?
I don't remember. 22 maybe. Okay. Yeah. And if it's too small, you can twist these wires together and make it twice as big. Very simple. We'd want to trim this tree off so it has quicker snap. But I already did that once to the tree and it grew back, and then just kind of like, I don't feel like tearing more of its leaves off. So the rolling snare. This is one of the, if I only knew 4, this would be one of them. This doesn't have to be a classic forked stick. This could be a little rootlet coming up. It could be a little notch carved in the side of a sapling. Learn the general principles and then adapt to what's in your area.
How does the wire? I couldn't see the wire. Could you set it again? Like what is going on with the wire down there?
Okay, it's a snare loop.
Is a snare loop like a bowline?
Yes, yes. It's when it tightens or a slip knot, the animal puts its head around and that tightens around its neck, and then when it leaps, it trips the trigger and it hauls it up and strangles it in the air. We like these kill type traps as opposed to holding type traps. Some people will tie a wire just to the stake, and that works, but you got to have wire. It won't work with natural cordage, and sometimes it's dead, sometimes it's not. We don't like that.
So how do you set the trap?
Pull that down. Set that there. And then put your snare loop. You see I have 2 forked sticks in there? That holds the loop up. Now here again, you got to know the critters that you're trapping for. You don't just set these up anywhere in the woods. You set it on a particular trail that you know an individual animal is going to be walking down. So you spot like rabbit tracks or skunk tracks or coon tracks, and you got to set your loop up based on what you know about the critter morphology.